How are we doing, you guys? Joshua Dollar here. We're back for another lesson in the Credit Mentor 3.0. We're going to go over how to remove inquiries, derogatory marks, basically any sort of debt collections or anything negative on your report that you're trying to get taken off. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is getting inquiries taken off of your report. So the process for all of these are more or less the same. It's just optimized just a little bit differently for each one. But before we get into how to actually get each one off, you have to know what works behind the scenes to actually get them taken off. So a few things you need to know if you want to go this route and try to fix your credit report is, one, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. FCRA. You have the Fair Debt Collection Act. You have the Equal Opportunity Act. And if you're in the military, you have the Military Lending Act. If you're in the military, you get a lot of benefits. Basically, by law, they have to give you loans and they have to do a bunch of stuff for you just because you're in the military. If you are in the military, it would really be worth your benefit to read through this in depth and know all of your rights that you have by being in the military, but you basically get first choice over anything, over everybody else. Equal Opportunity Act. This is basically one of the acts that just says what goes out onto your report and just basically how they can apply what you have on your report to whether they accept you or deny you. Basically just they cannot discriminate you based on age, based on income, based on all this stuff, so you have an equal opportunity to get lending. The Fair Debt Collection Act is just basically ways that there are things that they have to do in order to actually collect debts from you, which almost all of them do incorrectly. And then also the Fair Credit Reporting Act is basically all the laws that says how they can report things and how they cannot report things. And you want to know all of these acts. Specifically, it's going to be section 609 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Actually, is this one here, 609. 609A is what it is. 609A, that's an A, if you can see it, lowercase. But this is the act that basically we're going to be calling out all of these companies on. Okay, the number 609 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act basically says that they have to provide written and signed proof that you actually applied for the credit. So if you didn't actually have, if they don't have physical form, and that's the key there, that's the term, physical. If they don't have a physical signed document that you authorized in order to run your credit, then they can't put that on your credit score. Okay, and this is what we're going to call them out on, because none of them, not one, has any physical proof that you actually authorized any of this. Almost all of it is done online, right? So why do they do this? So there's a couple different agencies that you need to know about. So we've already talked about Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Those are the three main credit bureaus, right? I'll move this just a hair. Hopefully it's okay. Those are the three main credit bureaus right there. So what you don't hear about are the smaller credit bureaus that they actually get their information from. The main one is going to be called SageStream. Okay, and what these companies are that I'm about to show you are basically third-party companies that hold all of your information in a database, and whenever you ask Experian or Experian gets their data or gets your credit pulled or really anything, they go to SageStream and get your information from them, okay? There's also Innovis, there's ARS, and LexisNexis. Okay, SageStream is kind of the main one where they hold all of your information when it comes to inquiries and accounts and stuff like that. And then these other ones are going to be more for like debt collections. If you have bankruptcies or like late payments, other things like that, they're going to be held in these companies down here: Innovis, ARS, LexisNexis. But SageStream is going to hold all of your inquiries, your total accounts, all of that stuff. So what you're going to want to do in order to get stuff taken off of your report is you're going to go to all 3 of these, or all 4 of these, and you're going to place a freeze. Okay? When you freeze these reports right here, that is going to not allow Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, or American Express, any of these companies, to pull any of your information. So what you're going to do is, after you freeze these guys, which is free, you just go to the website, you call in, you send in information. It's a little bit more difficult than just freezing your Experian account. You have to prove you're you. But if you can freeze these right here, which is very easy and it's free, then all you have to start doing is sending in dispute letters. Now, once you're sending in dispute letters to TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, and you're demanding that they provide proof of per the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 609, that they have to provide you with this physical information. They're not going to be able to do that. So in turn, they're going to have to take off what you're asking, because they, by law, they're actually breaking the law by not having this stuff in physical form. Okay? So learn those. SageStream, Innovis, ARS, LexisNexis, get familiar with those. Place a freeze on them, okay? Now, when you do the dispute, how do you go about that? So I actually have dispute letters. If you guys are going this route and you have stuff that you need taken off, send me a message on Instagram and just ask me for the SageStream dispute letters. I'll send them over to you. Just send me your email. I'll forward them to you guys, so you can basically just copy and paste, put your information in, send those out. Make sure you do a freeze first. Now, I want to make sure I say that this does not work 100% of the time. As with credit, pretty much all the time, it's pretty much back and forth if things work or not. Sometimes they'll send you back information saying, oh, we recently received a request for address verification. It's like, I did not know. I requested verification of my inquiries that you're claiming that I have that I didn't authorize. And then they'll send something back saying, we're receiving, we're receiving weird letters, basically, of someone in your name that we're going to disregard. You're going to reply, and just basically everything they send back to you, you're just going to respond to them with another letter demanding what your information. Eventually, they're going to stop beating the bush. They're going to have to take it off. One way to make this go by faster is by getting your letters notarized. When you go to send it in, go to like a UPS or something, mail it in actually. That's the best way of doing it. Getting a physical letter, signing it by hand, go to the UPS, wherever it is that you want to mail it, and get it notarized. You can do it there. It's just a couple bucks. Get it notarized, send it out, and what that's doing is you're having a third party, someone else that's working at the UPS, signing off saying that yes, you as a person are sending off this information and you are authorizing this. So by law, they have to respond with that stuff. They may even try to send you threats and say that they're going to send debt collection agencies or something like that. They can't do that. Know your rights and know the laws. Go through the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the Equal Opportunity Act, the Debt Collection Act, all of those. Familiarize yourself. It's very important. So I'm actually going to jump over to a screen share real quick, and I'm just going to show you just real fast the SageStream website, and then also the inquiry templates that I have that I can send you guys. If you want to do this, you can reach out to me on Instagram. I'll send them to you. But I'll show them to you real quick on this screen share right now. All right, you can cut this, Dylan.
Is there anything after you'll need?
No, I'm going to finish off on the screen share.
Okay.